From the first light of time, humanity has searched for the key to a fulfilled life, a life where opportunity, respect, and peace seem to arrive without being chased. Most seek it in wealth, status, or control, only to find exhaustion and emptiness. But the Stoics knew a different way, the way of self-mastery. When you align your mind with reason, virtue, and discipline, you stop chasing what lies outside you, and it begins to find you. This is not magic. It is mastery. The world may call it luck, but it is simply the reward of living with integrity, clarity, and strength. Stoicism is not resignation. It is wisdom in action. It reminds us that while we cannot control the markets, the weather, or other people, we can always control our choices, our reactions, and our character. Those who live by these rules become steady in chaos, trusted in uncertainty, respected in adversity. Give them little, and they build much. Place them in hardship, and they grow stronger. These 10 Stoic rules will not hand you every desire. They will shape you into the kind of person who naturally attracts the life they seek. But they demand discipline. They will test your pride, your impatience, your hunger for comfort. You may lose certain luxuries, but you will gain the unshakable power of a soul that cannot be broken. Rule 1. Live in accordance with nature. Everything begins here. Nature is not just the forest or the sea. It is the order of existence and the truth within you. Life moves in cycles. Seasons change. Fortunes rise and fall. The wise do not fight what must turn. They act where action matters and accept with dignity what cannot be changed. To live according to nature is to live by reason, to use your mind, not your impulses, to act with justice, courage, and purpose. When your thoughts, words, and deeds align, you stop wasting energy fighting reality. You become calm, grounded, powerful. You no longer push against the current. You learn to move with it, and the river carries you farther than force ever could. Rule 2. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. This is not a warning, but a wake-up call. Every breath is borrowed. Every sunrise is a gift. Most people waste their lives believing they have endless tomorrows. The Stoic sees death not as a shadow, but as a guide. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. When you remember that your time is short, you stop chasing trivial things. You stop delaying truth. You live now. Death gives urgency to love, meaning to action, and weight to your words. The one who accepts mortality no longer fears it, and in that freedom, they begin to live completely. Rule 3, choose your company wisely. Your mind is a garden, and everyone you let in is a gardener. Some plant flowers, encouragement, wisdom, truth. Others plant weeds, gossip, fear, and distraction. Even the strongest spirit weakens in the wrong soil. Marcus Aurelius warned, the soul takes the color of its thoughts. Surround yourself with cynics, and you will absorb their bitterness. Surround yourself with the disciplined and the wise, and you will begin to mirror their strength. The Stoic chooses solitude over shallow company, knowing that loneliness in virtue is better than belonging in vice. Protect your mind. Feed it carefully. For over time, the quality of your company becomes the quality of your life. Rule 4, focus on the process. Release the outcome. Most people live like gamblers, betting their peace on results they cannot control. The Stoic does not chase outcomes. They chase excellence. You cannot guarantee success, love, or reward. You can only guarantee your effort. Like an archer, your duty is to aim true and release with integrity, knowing that the wind and fate may change the arrow's path. Freedom lies in effort without attachment. Work for virtue, not applause. Show up fully, do your best, and let go. Paradoxically, by releasing control, you often achieve more. Because calm focus beats desperate grasping. Success is not something you chase. It is something you attract by becoming steady, precise, and unafraid to fail. Rule 5, control your emotions or they will control you. Between stimulus and response lies the space where freedom lives. Most never see it. They react without pause. The Stoic lives inside that pause. They understand that emotions are not enemies but messengers. Awareness turns them into allies. Anger, fear, envy, all lose power when met with reason. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That is not coldness, it is clarity. The Stoic feels deeply but chooses wisely. They do not explode, they do not crumble, they respond with discipline, and that composure becomes power. The calm are trusted, the steady are followed, the wise are remembered. Practice the pause. Guard your reactions, because he who masters his emotions masters his destiny. Rule 6. Practice voluntary discomfort. Comfort weakens the will. It lulls you into dependency. The Stoics sought discomfort not to suffer, but to stay strong. Seneca, rich beyond measure, would sleep on the ground, eat coarse bread, wear rough fabric, to remind himself how little he truly needed. "Is this what I feared?" he would ask. And every time, the answer was no. Voluntary discomfort breaks the illusion that comfort equals safety. It builds resilience, gratitude, and strength. Cold showers, fasting, solitude, silence. Each one teaches you that happiness is internal, not external. The man who can endure discomfort cannot be controlled. The one who requires comfort can never be free. Rule 7. Speak little. Mean every word. The Stoics understood that words shape worlds. Speech is power, and power must be used carefully. Epictetus said, "Let silence be your rule," or speak only what is necessary. The more you talk, the less weight your words carry. The Stoic listens more than he speaks, observes more than he reacts. And when he finally speaks, people listen, because silence gives birth to meaning. Restrain the tongue and you strengthen the mind. Speak truth. Speak less. Speak only when it adds value. In a world drowning in noise, the rarest sound is wisdom. Let your words be few but sharp, not loud but lasting. Rule 8. Accept what you cannot control. Master what you can. Life is a storm. You cannot command the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Every wasted complaint is energy stolen from growth. Acceptance is not weakness. It is focus. The Stoic redirects energy from the impossible to the possible. They master themselves and the world bends accordingly. Calm people lead in crisis because they do not fight reality. They flow with it. They see clearly. And because they are unmoved by chaos, they move everything else. Rule 9. Discipline over desire. Desire promises freedom, but delivers bondage. Discipline feels like restriction, but leads to strength. The Stoics knew that indulgence destroys more lives than hardship ever will. Marcus Aurelius had every luxury, yet practiced simplicity. Epictetus had nothing, yet lived rich in peace. Discipline is not about denial, it is about direction. Doing what must be done when comfort tempts you to stop. Those who master discipline no longer need motivation. They act from identity. They are the storm that others wait for. Discipline builds trust. Trust builds power. Power builds destiny. Rule 10. Live by virtue, not by outcome. The world worships success. The Stoic worships integrity. When you act only for results, your peace dies when results don't come. When you act for virtue, your peace never leaves. Wisdom, justice, courage, self-control. These are the 4 pillars. Let them be your foundation. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Virtue is not about appearing good, it is about being whole. You may lose comfort, status, or praise, but you will keep your soul, and that is the only victory worth having. The final lesson. The less you chase, the more you attract. The less you cling, the freer you become. This is the Stoic paradox. The life you seek is not hiding from you. It is waiting for you to become worthy of it. Every moment you choose discipline over impulse, reason over reaction, virtue over vanity, you sharpen your edge, you raise your vibration, you move closer to peace. These 10 rules are not tricks, they are truths, tested in war and peace, in wealth and poverty, in solitude and in power. Live them, and you will notice your world change. People will feel your steadiness. Opportunities will find your calm. Life will begin to unfold around your integrity, not because you forced it, but because you finally aligned with it. This is not magic. This is mastery. This is Stoicism.